DJ Sly, DJ Sly Tay, 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 DJ Sly, DJ.
Hey, there we go.
Guy, he talking about he don't know how to work Instagram. What's going on?
Listen, man.
We introducing you to a new wave out here, man.
Whoa, wait, man, listen. We live.
We live. You ready to get it started, man?
Hey, man, let's make it happen.
All right, here we go, man. 2021 Convo. We got to give some love to our sponsors for making it all possible. Bel Air. Head to your favorite store, pick up your favorite bottle of Bel Air, and make sure that you drink responsibly. Also, if you're not watching this right now and you're watching it at a later date, it's on YouTube. Make sure you go follow the channel right now, DJ Sly Tay Podcast Show. And while you're over there, click the notification button so you can be updated on when we hit you with new content. Right now, we're talking to my man, Chillay Chillz. Is it still Chillay Chillz?
Hey, man, it's always Chillay Chillz, man. Quit playing with me. Always.
We're talking to my man, Chillay Chillz, and he has his own business, man, which is Focus Digital Marketing Group. Now, before we get into talking about your business, man, we just got to get a little insight on your life, man. Tell everybody where you're from.
Oh, man, Akron, baby. Home of the king, baby, LeBron James. Akron, Ohio, man, born and raised.
Okay, and you started dibbling and dabbling in radio while you was out in Ohio, right?
Yeah, man, I actually started when I was in high school, man. I was 15, 16, got pretty decent grades, man, so they presented me with an opportunity to take college classes while I was still in high school. I think it's like dual enrollment now. Yeah. So because our college had a radio station, because I was technically a student, I was able to join a radio station while I was in high school. Man. And that's where it all started.
How was that being in high school and being on a radio? Like, you had to be the man.
And that was crazy because this was before Cleveland got a hip hop station, before Z1079. Yeah. So all we had was like the mainstream kind of R&B, radio station. They did the hip hop at night. So we didn't have like a lit radio station. So our college radio station was it. So that was like the station that everybody listened to in Akron. So for me to get on there, I was the first one with the T-shirt and going back to the high school stunting, you know what I mean?
Everybody in high school wanted to be like you.
Man, listen, and I was still in training. I wasn't even really doing anything too much. But that's where I learned the fundamentals of learning how to run the board. And you know this, Sly, when it comes to radio, it's not about how well you can talk. It's about how well you know that board, where you can operate it and talk without even thinking about the buttons and the pods that you're dealing with. That need to be like second nature. Yeah. So getting my board work up is what I really worked on when I was in college and when I started interning eventually at Z1079.
Yeah. How was that interning for Z107, the big station?
Hey, listen, man, when I tell you, I did whatever they asked me to do. Yeah. Because it's about a 45-minute drive from Akron to Cleveland.
Oh, yeah.
So like,
damn.
Yeah, about 45 minutes. So I was just so happy to be up there. Whatever they asked me to do, man, I'm helping them doing promotions at the club at night. And then they training me on the board work in the morning. So those winters in Ohio is no joke. Ooh. So instead of me driving back home at night and back to Cleveland in the morning, man, I'm sleeping in my car. So it was a couple of times I just slept in the car.
Man, get out of here. You ain't never told me that one. This is the first time.
Yeah. Because I wanted to make sure I was there at 6 in the morning to run that board.
Yeah.
So I set my alarm for like 5:30, wake up, hey, ring that doorbell to get in.
Damn, that's dedication right there, y'all. That's what
Yeah, man. It was so bad that the night guy, his name was Jazz, right?
Yeah.
So he used to have me get his entertainment news content. So I give it to him, and after a while, he'll let me, read some of the entertainment news, and that's where we came up with the Backstage Pass.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing was I never got the sign off from the program director, so I was just sneaking.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? So when she found out I was doing the Backstage Pass, she was like, Chills, we not paying you. You can't come up here and do this. Because he would, the late night jock would hit me up at like 8 o'clock, like, hey, you doing the Backstage Pass tonight? Yeah. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm doing the Backstage. So I'm driving 45 minutes just to come up there, do the Backstage Pass, and leave.
Damn. And go
so even when
to Akron?
Yeah. So even when she was telling me not to do it, I was sneaking and going up there and doing it. So I got in trouble a couple of times just for going up there and doing it when she told me not to.
Wow.
But in the grand scheme of things, I used those sound bites to put together my first demo.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's what I used, my Backstage Pass, me opening up, me closing. So, when I sent it to a PD or something, they didn't know that, I was sneaking on the air. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I used that for my air check.
So then you were able to make your transfer down to Georgia, to Augusta, man. What made you want to come down south?
Man, you know me, like everybody else, I was trying to get in that Atlanta market.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I was trying to get in the Atlanta market, man. First time I got on a plane, I went to Vegas, but they have a radio convention out there every year.
Yeah.
So I said, man, let me go out. So I flew out to Vegas by myself. First time ever getting on a plane, flew out to Vegas and connected with some radio stations out there.
Wow.
And then I would drive down to Atlanta, met with V103, pulled up on what's the radio one station in Atlanta?
Hot 107.9.
Hot 107.9.
Yeah.
And just on a humbug, I met he was the afternoon jock, Cersei.
Okay, you met Empress Cersei.
Empress Cersei, yep. That was my first connect in Atlanta. And I met him just chilling at the bar. We chopped it up. I told him what I was trying to do. He invited me up to the station, and boom.
Man, what's the chances of y'all being at the same bar together, bro?
Right. So I would hit him up, and I would go up there sometime and just kind of chill in the studio. So yeah,
wow.
It never really turned into anything, but just to have a connect. And he was such a humble dude.
Yeah.
So, and I tell people all the time, especially back then, having that brand and that radio company behind you, because I'm like, even though I'm a board up, I'm still with Radio 1 Cleveland. So let me utilize this and try to see where it get me.
Right.
So I was so anxious to move to Atlanta, I was just gonna move down there and see what happened. And then I came and visited Augusta once, and that's when I met Isis and Ron.
Yeah.
And formed a relationship with them. I told them I was thinking about moving to Georgia. Isis was like, well, come on down here. I said, y'all give me a job, I will.
Right.
And I never forget, Wild Man said, listen, I give you about 30 hours a week. I pay you $10 an hour. Man, I packed up my expedition and hauled ass.
Hey, he said, I got a job. I'm getting paid.
Hey, because all I ever wanted to do was radio full time. Because even at home, it was part-time board op. They would let me work the boards on Saturday mornings for like 1 hour. Let me tell you this real quick. It was so funny because I was a board op, right? So I would run the board from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. just so I could be on the radio from 6 a.m. until 7 a.m. before the Doug Banks show started. So every Friday and Saturday I worked 7 p.m. to like 10 a.m. the next day. Boy, just so I could be on the air for 1 hour.
You ain't had no life, man.
But radio was life.
How did your radio. What was their thoughts on all that, man?
Hey, it was so funny because when I was out there, trying to do it and interning, my mom was like, so when are they going to pay you? She said, when you going to start getting paid? So, but eventually, everything happened the way it was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And, you got to lay the groundwork for yourself so you can really appreciate where you at and the opportunity you really had.
Yeah. Man, you was
Yeah.
you came to Augusta, you bossed up, you did big things. You were in charge of 5 radio stations. Boy, that's a lot of radio stations to be in charge of.
Hey, listen, especially when you're in charge of 5 and you got to be on 2 of them.
Yeah. Did you ever think, like, growing up that, this is what you wanted to do, but did you think that you would be running 5 radio stations and be on 2 of the 5?
Nah, man, my goal, my ultimate goal was to be on afternoons and be a PD. Yeah. That was all I wanted. I said, let me get afternoons and let me be PD and I'm good.
And you was good. That's it.
Yeah.
Well,
so I'm like, where do I go from here?
Yeah. So
yeah.
For people out there that's tuning in that maybe one day they might want to be a PD or they might want to be on air like you, man, what's some of the things they should do to get to that dream?
For one, you got to know your stuff because you can't help anybody else unless you know the foundation and the fundamentals of radio. And a lot of people think they could just get on the radio and just talk. You notice it's a skill behind it. You got to know what to say, what not to say. You definitely have to know the board. And more than anything, you got to know how to talk to people, especially dealing with DJs that got big personalities. you got to know how to deal with them and how to talk to them because, you need them to work. So you can't piss them off before they show because it's going to reflect in their show.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, so definitely learn how to manage people, time management, real big. You got to know when to, do the music work and then when to do show prep. And, now you wear a lot of hats. So you got to learn how to do the PR stuff and the marketing stuff, the promotions too.
Yeah. You was wearing a lot of hats, bro. I'm sure it was days that you left the job and you were just exhausted, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, man, Bel Air was my favorite, my best friend.
Shout out to Bel Air. So you came to Augusta, you was running the show down here doing your thing. And then you decided, hey, man, I wanted to do a different route, man. You decided to give it up, man. I know that was one of the hardest things for you to do, especially because you were so passionate about being in the game. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
How was that walking away, man? Because to me, it seemed like that has to be the hardest thing in the world to do.
Yeah, hard and exciting and scary all at the same time. Yeah. Because I love radio and it was always my dream, but sometimes you got to look at the big picture and you got to look at yourself and say, what does the next 5 or 10 years look like? Mm-hmm. And for me, radio just started to become very repetitive. And I'm like, it really started to make me wonder, I wonder what else I can do. I mean, I built up a network. I built up a skill set over these past 11 years. I wonder what I can take this and turn it into. You know what I mean? Because, when I first started, I didn't know how to do music logs. I was damn near still an intern. Hey, when I told Ron I did weekends, he didn't know I was only doing 1 hour 1 hour a week. That was it. 1 hour a week. That was all I was doing.
Hey, what they don't know, hey, if they ain't that, hey, keep it.
That's right. That's right. So I went from learning all of this to now, 10, 11 years later, it's like, all right, so what can I do with this? What can I turn this into? So a lot of people, they get very fearful when they walk away from a situation, but because it's so much opportunity out there, that's when I started to get excited because I'm like, okay, what can I do? I mean, I'm sure it's a lot of people that will want to hire me. let me just see what else is out there. And, you know, even when I was turning in my resignation, you know, I told the management that I got to do this for me. It is nothing against y'all. It is nothing y'all can offer me to make me want to stay. Because at the end of the day, you know, when I'm on my deathbed, I want to be able to look in the mirror and say, I at least tried it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not I played it safe and, you know, you never want to, you know, live just to pay bills.
Right.
We always going to have bills. They was here before us. They're going to be here after us. But sometimes we just got to say, shit, I just want to live.
Yeah.
So, you know, I did the calculations. Okay, what's the worst that can happen? Like, I can not find a job, and I can have to move back home to Akron.
Yeah.
But that was, that was a chance I was willing to take. I'm like, them ain't bad odds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, that ain't the worst that can happen.
Right.
So I took the chance, and the opportunity presented itself for a digital marketing company to be established. I took advantage of that. And it's not the ideal way of doing it because I was learning how to run the business while I was in the business. Right? But I always tell people the key is to surround yourself by good people and surround yourself by people that's smarter than you. And that's what I did. And they really helped me understand what this digital marketing was about, building websites, managing social media, SEO, the ins and outs, text message marketing, email marketing, you know, Google ads, social media ads, all of that stuff is now what we offer.
Yeah.
And you look back, and sometimes you think your job might be taking advantage of you. Oh, I'm doing X, Y, and Z, and they're only paying me this. But you never know what God is prepping you for. You know what I mean? So for me, he was prepping me to manage my own staff in my business. Yeah. So now because I got management experience from what I did at the radio station, I can now manage my staff in the right way.
Yeah, because you was already managing the staff.
Because I was already doing it. So you never know why you're doing certain things, but it come around full circle.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
The way that you just broke that down, man, that's really crazy. That it was prepping you for something bigger.
For something bigger. Because when I left the radio station, I didn't leave to start my own company, my own business. I left just to see what was out there. But I tell people all the time, sometimes you got to step away from your situation to see what's around the corner. Because you can't see what's around the corner just by sitting there. You got to get up and walk and look and see what's around the corner.
Yeah.
A lot of people like, nah, I'm going to wait till something comes and then I'm going to leave. Sometimes it don't always work like that. Sometimes you got to walk out on that faith that you say you got. Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah.
You got to walk it.
Some people scared of that faith though, but you can't. They say you can't be scared of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Steve.
So, and everybody's walk is different. You know, that was my situation, and that's what I can speak to people about that. It will work out for you. You know, sometimes we let the doubt get in our mind. Well, what if this? What if that? And it's a quote that I love. It said 97% of the stuff we worry about never even happened.
Damn.
97% of the stuff that we worry about never happened.
Ain't that something?
So,
ain't that something, bro? Damn.
Yeah.
Bro.
We
deep.
worry about all these what ifs and the stuff never even happened. So we wasting our energy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and just learning so much about business, even though I didn't go down this journey to never work for somebody ever again. But once you get a taste of it, you can't go back to working for somebody else again.
Hey,
you can't do it.
That was gonna be one of my questions for you. Hey man, you ever think you're gonna work for somebody again?
I never had a problem with it, but it's like, you know, once you get a taste of how business is ran and you're on the other side, you can't go back to the original way of how you were thinking. Because it's a whole totally different thought process. And once you're like, oh, that's how you do it. Okay. Then it's hard to go back to your old way of thinking.
Yeah. Now you also was in leadership of Augusta too, right?
Yeah. And that was another turning point for me, just being around those people, Leadership Augusta men, and any leadership program, because every city has it. Very, very beneficial to shaping who you are and putting people around you to help you think a little differently, right? Because when I was at the station, I'm around everybody. Our conversation is about clubs and chicks and this and that. Listen, I will get around my Leadership Augusta people. They'll be talking about, oh, I just got this new barbecue grill. I can't wait. I can't wait to crack it open. Or I just got the landscaper done on the house. Like, the conversation is so different. That's why it's so important to surround yourself with people who have more than you. Like, I want to be the brokest, dumbest person in my circle because it gives you the desire to want more. As long as you stand around the same people that got about as much as you have or less than you never going to have the desire to want more.
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to change your circle in order to grow. Because I'm like, okay, this is this grown man conversation right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This man is talking about, rented a Sprinter and took my whole staff up to Atlanta to Top Golf and this and that. I'm like, you took all your staff up there in a Sprinter okay, that's some big boy stuff. I see what you're doing now.
Big boy stuff, man.
Right. So once you see the type of conversations that they have, you're like, oh, okay. This is the stuff they're talking about on the golf course.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is the business that's discussed. So it really just changed your whole mindset.
No, you're right, man. People got to change their mindset. It's all about your mindset, man. And the company you keep, you're right. Everything that you say,
man,
you hitting the dead on the note, bro. Like, for real, man.
Hey, listen, I was listening to my one guy. He said that you make within $5,000 of everybody in your immediate circle. It's just the way that it happens. So well, if you gonna make within 5,000 of a circle, hey, let me find the wealthiest circle I can, and that's the people I want to be around. But it's the truth, because you attract people that's more like you, that think like you, which got a direct impact on your financials.
Right. Like I done started changing the people I hang around with, bro. Like, I'm starting to hang around more business people, people that's 6-figure salaries. And just like you say, the conversation is different, bro. It's not different. It's not that same conversation that you would have with your friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
it ain't like we do it intentionally. It's not like, oh, nah, you ain't even know my level. It just happened organically because your conversation changed. And sometimes if people is on some other stuff, they're like, man, don't nobody want to hear about this business all the time? Or don't nobody want to hear about these stocks and this online trading all the time? Like, hey, what you drinking on today? What? But your conversation is different. So organically, it's just going to kind of start the conversation to be fewer and farther in between. Like, y'all never had that conversation like, nah, we don't really kick it. But it's just like, yeah, I talked to him a couple weeks ago. It ain't like every day. It ain't like, yeah, we was just kicking at the club the other week. Like, not saying that y'all ain't never going to hang out, but it's just different now. You know what I mean?
Man, I be on a lot of mindset calls. And on my last call, the guy said, why is it that you can get with all your friends and they'll be willing to go in on getting a booth in the club, you know what I'm saying? But these same friends that go in with you on getting a booth won't even go in with you on a business.
At all.
You know what I'm saying?
At all.
On something that can make us money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
right.
It's crazy, bro. Like, everything you saying, you hitting it on the note, bro. You're right, man. And like, now when I get on different mindset calls, I got this with me, bro. And I got this with me. Because
you got to write it down.
One thing that I learned by being on these calls that they say all the time, note takers are money makers.
That's right. You got to write it down.
You got to write it down, man. You got to write
You
it
got
down,
to.
man. You know, we're living in the era of information, which is so amazing. And if you can grasp it and implement it, boy, you're going to be dangerous out here.
And the thing is, it's so much money to be made, but we're spenders. That's our priority. So one of my mentors, who is a successful businessman here in Augusta, you know, we sit down and have breakfast probably like once a month. So the one thing I'm like, can he make a revenue in the, you know, tens of millions is his annual revenue. And I'm here still small time. And he still carved time out of his day to have breakfast with me and chop it up. So I asked him, I'm like, and he come from, you know, the bottom or, you know, the different hoods in Augusta. And I'm like, what's the difference between me that's trying to get it and you that already got it? He was like, Chills, the only difference between me and everybody else is if I have $1, I'm trying to figure out how I can make two. Everybody else is trying to figure out what they can buy with that dollar. He said that's the only difference. And that's one of the things that stuck with me the most. If you got $1 and you trying to figure out how you can make two, that it's a mindset thing. It ain't a whole bunch of money.
I gotta write that down.
Yeah, man.
I'm being a note taker over here.
DJ
we gotta share this stuff with each other, bro.
Sly Tay, DJ Sly, DJ Sly.
That make you think big time.
Yeah.
Man, I like that.
And you start to think, how can I make this $100 grow into $250?
Yeah.
If I take this $250, what can I do to make it $5? You know what I mean? And once I have $5, and you know, we got to be disciplined, and that's one of the main things of an entrepreneur. You got to be disciplined. You can't use the business money as your own personal money. It's separate. You know what I mean? A lot of people get messed up like that because they see all the money in their account. That ain't yours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the business,
yeah.
the business money. So now you're out on your own, man. You got your own digital marketing company, man. I mean, did you ever think that it would be like this, that you would have this company and you'd be out on your own doing your thing?
Nah.
Yeah.
Even when we first started the company,
yeah,
I still was considering myself unemployed because I wasn't making no money.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, we'll give it a shot. I ain't doing nothing else. But also having a good face card and a good reputation before you step out there,
yeah,
it pays off. Because it was some people to this day that's still clients that started with me in the beginning, and they didn't know if I knew what the hell I was doing or not. You know, they didn't. They just did it based on our relationship and my reputation.
Yeah.
So it pays to have a good face card because you never know what you're going to be jumping into and need support.
Yeah.
So I never thought that, man. I never thought I'd get to the point to where I'd be working half the hours I was working before and making double the money.
Whoa, 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 because, whoa. You're working half the hours and making double the money?
Listen.
No, that can't be right.
Listen, but that's when I told you, once you find out how business actually works, it's hard to go back to the other side. You shouldn't get paid for your time. You shouldn't get paid per hour. You should get paid for the value that you bring to that hour. Ooh. You know why some people get paid $10 an hour? Because the owner thinks that they bring $10 worth of value to that hour. So you shouldn't get paid for time. You should get paid for the value. Why do you think lawyers can charge $250 an hour? Because of the value they bring to that hour.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, you know, don't settle for getting paid for your time. Don't sacrifice your time. It's the value that you bring.
Right. So you're not working 8-hour days no more.
Nah, But the thing is, I make sure that 8 hours worth of work gets done.
Okay. So
in reading these books, man, it really helps. I'm reading a book right now called Clockwork, and it's basically how to make your business run like clockwork.
Okay.
Like you don't have to do all the work. Sometimes you can go ahead and give it to somebody else to do. You can do it, or you can cut it out completely. So now you shouldn't have to do all the work. If you have to do all the work, if I got sick for 2 weeks and my business and company stopped, something is wrong.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So every day I'm trying to automate the business better, automate the process. So if I got sick or if I couldn't work, the business can still go on.
Okay, yeah.
So that's why you don't have to put in 8 hours of work to make sure that 8 hours of work gets done in a day.
Yeah. Well, you got me over here thinking, boy. Boy, you got me over here thinking.
Listen, hey, man, reading these books over and over and listening to a lot of these podcasts, it opens up your eyes to so much. It's like, yeah.
What's your top 3 podcasts you're listening to right now?
Well, typically it's the people that I listen to for the most part. Les Brown, Jim Rohn, who's one? And you know what? One of my other ones have really been Steve Harvey. Okay. He has an amazing story.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has an amazing story.
Let's start.
So, yeah, E.T., Eric Thomas, Inky Johnson, John Maxwell. Some of those are in my tops as well, but I listen to Les Brown almost every day, and I started probably about a year before I left the radio station.
Yeah.
And that's what really gave me the motivation and encouragement to make me feel like I can do it.
Man,
you know what I mean?
You got to check out Neo Davis.
Neo.
You ever heard of him?
Nah.
Man.
Let me write it down.
Man, yeah, bro. And he got an album out on iTunes.
Really?
Yep, Neo Davis. So.
All right, I'm writing it down now. Yeah, hey, listen, it's so much.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to be hungry for
it. Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to go to my library. Let me bring out recently, man. You gotta. And this dude, man, he's so. I want to play a little bit of him for you because he's so raw with it, bro. I had one of my partners put me on to him out of Atlanta. He was like, you need to start listening to this dude. And I was like, who the dude is? And like ever since I started listening to him, man, he deep with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, open up your eyes to some stuff.
Bro. Cause he be going in. Man, why I can't find this brother. But anyway, his Instagram, because I know you probably gonna end up following him. His Instagram is gonna be Neo Daviso. And his real name is Nehemiah Davis.
Got you.
Yeah, just check him out, man. Up there. I found.
You done got it?
Let's listen to this first track. I ain't even gonna go to war, man.
Yeah. I like that.
This dude's so deep. You gotta rock with him, Chills. Nehemiah Davis, man.
I like that. I already got it wrote down.
Yeah, man. These dudes, man, they do these conferences, and oh man, it's just crazy, man. So I'm like you, man. I'm trying to find some direction and get around the right people. You know what I'm saying? So I can elevate. You know what I mean? Because nobody still that same person. Nobody still wants to be in that same money category. You know what I'm saying? Life is about moving up and getting more.
That's right.
And you know that I'm definitely trying to do that. So I'm glad that you ventured out, man, and it's been for you, man. And you can tell in your face and everything. You know what I'm saying? You're not the same guy that was coming to
Listen, man, I'm just trying to make it and trying to share with other people, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to have it all. I don't want my dreams to die with me. I want to help other people, man. That's one of the major changes I think that's occurred in me over the past couple of years. You know, before, of course, when you're on the air, you getting all the attention, all the spotlight. You just kind of suck that up. But now for me, it's more about just helping people. My desire every day, what can I do to help somebody else out? I want somebody else to have the same feeling that I had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not waking up stressing and saying, "Oh, I gotta go in here." I was listening to a Steve Harvey. The way that you start your day, you never say, "Oh, I gotta go to work. Oh, I gotta go to the gym. Oh, I gotta go here." You say, "I get to go here because it's an opportunity." That changed your whole mindset about how you feel about it. What you about to do? Oh, I get to go to work. Oh, I get to go to the gym.
Yeah.
Never, because when you say I got to, it's like you don't have a choice.
Got no choice. Bam.
Yeah, and when you speak that thing into existence, your whole body and body language, you know, your perception is so different now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So little stuff like that that you could do to kind of get through that day.
Man, that's dope. I gotta get Steve Harvey on my list. I gotta.
Yeah, man. I share some of the stuff with you in the morning. I listen to about 3 of them every morning.
Yes. Yeah. Text me the links, bro.
I got you every morning.
All right, man. Before we let you go, man, how can people get at you for marketing? Because everybody needs marketing.
And we glad to help. You can follow us on Instagram, Focus Digital Marketing Group. Follow us on Facebook, Focus Digital Marketing Group. The website, focusdigitalmarketing.net. You could DM me. You can inbox me personally. I'll make sure I send you our welcome link to where you can go and fill out an appointment for a free consultation.
All right, man. And what all services do you guys offer?
So we do website build, website revamp. We do website hosting, social media management, paid ad search, logo design, email and text message marketing. But above all, what we do, we really help people come up with a strategic plan. People know either I want more people to go to my website, or I want more followers, or I want more of this. So we help you come up with a plan to how to get that done, because some people, they just don't have a plan.
Yeah. A lot of business people that's older, they don't understand how social media works.
Right.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, my 2 favorite types of clients are the people that don't know how, or the people that don't have time. Those are my 2 best clients right there. Yep.
Because you're going to make it happen. You got the time.
That's right. Hey, don't you worry about it. We got you.
I like that, man. No doubt, man. Hey, bro, we appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to get on, because we know you're busy.
Yes, sir.
But, man, we had to get you on, and we had to hear your story. We'll let the world.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Let the world hear your story and let them know what you got going on, man. And we definitely wish you mad success in the rest of your endeavors, man. And, bro, I see nothing but great things ahead for you. You know what I'm saying? And, man, this was the best movie you ever made, bro. At least I.
Hey, man, I appreciate you so much.
All right, man.
And whatever I can do for anybody to help out, man, I'm only a phone call, a text message, or email away, man. I'm trying to make sure that everybody get it. I don't want it to just be me. Everybody in my circle, I want them to be eating.
Hey, I like that, boy. You thinking big. That's what it's about right there, man. You gonna be
Yes, sir.
all time thinking like that, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Get out of here and catch some of the rest of that game, man.
Yes, sir. My man, I appreciate you.
No doubt. Thank you, bro.